Okay. And so I suppose I chose a few things from your kind of vast career and work. And I thought kind of maybe one of your significant contributions was kind of discussion around post-feminism and stuff like that. And so I was wondering maybe if you could tell me a bit about that and how it's kind of developed over the years.
Yeah, thank you, Lois. Yes, it's yeah, I started writing about post-feminism partly, and it partly sort of relates to my PhD work and what I was saying to you about just kind of seeing how dynamic and how flexible sexism can be and how it can take so many different forms. And then it was sort of seeing kind of at a particular point, I think in the early 90s really, where, you know, it's that kind of girl power moment and the ladette and all these sort of like seemingly positive kind of cultural iterations of kind of um, feminism in various forms, and the idea that we no longer need feminism as a social movement because actually, you know, we're there already and that kind of thing. And then it was just kind of starting to notice a really distinctive kind of pattern of ideas and feelings and practices that kind of kept on recurring, that were that seemed not exactly to be feminist in the way that I understood it, but they also weren't exactly anti-feminist. And so, yeah, there was a lot of writing about post-feminism then, and people were saying, oh, post-feminism's a backlash. And then some people were saying, oh no, it's actually, it's a historical shift, and it's kind of like post-feminism's, yeah, become, you know, it's just it's a new iteration of feminism. It's maybe third wave feminism.
Mm-hmm.
And some people were saying, oh, it's an epistemological shift. It's actually, this is feminism trying to take account of, you know, intersectional differences. And I kind of coined a different way of thinking about it as a sort of sensibility, and just kind of just trying to, I mean, I didn't know when I wrote that it was going to be so widely taken up. I was just trying to make sense of it in my own head, and kind of going, it always seems to have these features, you know,
Mm-hmm.
so these the particular things going on, this sort of very individualistic tone that is kind of quite defiant and feisty, but somehow never ever talks about structures or, you know, power really.
Yeah.
And a kind of, yeah, I guess the sort of sexualization of women's bodies, but wrapped up in a discourse of, hey, we can do this now because we're free and we've chosen it and we're autonomous. And it just seemed to be everywhere. Yeah, so that's kind of what I was writing about. Yeah.